Hi friends, it's Aubrey. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing for Shelftember week 1. So I'm going to give you a little tour of what is going on in my kitchen, what we have on hand, and then I'm also going to show you what meals we can make with what we have on hand, and then if we need to, a little bit of a grocery list as well to help get us through this week. My goal is to only spend $50 on groceries every week in September for my family of 4. So if you're interested to see if we are able to do all of that, definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the weekly videos going out, and let's get into it. I have not cleaned anything. This is just the current state of my freezer. We have a lot of meat. This is ground beef. We got chicken. There's some different sausages, veggies, some different bowls, other ingredients. This is some leftover soup, some banana muffins, more chicken. We have so much food in here. And then we also have some English muffins, bacon, some cream cheese, a little bit of breast milk, some guacamole. So tons of options in this freezer. Let me show you the other freezer. I'm embarrassed to even show you this. I have organized this thing so many times. We have so much in here that I can't even organize it at this point. And so that is my goal with this whole Shelftember month, is just to go through this, pull things out, use them, and then reorganize this at the end of September. And hopefully there will be a lot more room in here. But we have different things. We have a ton of butter. We have a lot of cheese. We have different meat options. We have some pork loins. We have a crock pot freezer meal. There's also a lot of bread in here, tater tots. We got this bag of chicken. We have some like pre-made meals from Trader Joe's down here. So lots of good options to choose from in here as well. Like I said, I did not clean anything. I'm just showing you what it looks like at the moment. But we have some bagels, some yogurt drinks. We got some meat and cheese in here. Kind of bare. We got eggs, some leftovers, and yogurt. We have a little bit of broccoli and carrots, some salad kits, and then all of the different condiments. So it's kind of empty in here. We'll probably have to spend most of our budget on some fresh items like fruits and veggies just to get us through this week, but it's looking pretty good. Here is my pantry. It's pretty unorganized, but like I said, we're gonna try and clean out as much of this as we can and spend as little as we can, and then we'll reorganize everything at the end of the month. But we have a ton of staples. We have like onions and potatoes down here. We have a bunch of these like easy food packet meals, and then this also has some dried beans and rice in here. We got pasta. This is our little snack bin, so we're definitely good on snacks because there are also snacks there and there. These are like the 2 kid snack bins, so those are looking good. Our pasta bin is a little overflowing, so we'll definitely be making some pasta dishes. This is just like breastfeeding supplies, so we're gonna leave that alone. And then we have cereal, and all of my baking items are up here and in a bin down here, so we can definitely bake a lot of things. We also have this rice, but we also have this bag of rice that doesn't fit. So hopefully we'll make room for that bag of rice to fit in here. And then we have several different sauces. We have a little bit of canned stuff. We have a ton of tomato things, so we'll definitely make some meals with that. We also have some popcorn for easy snacks, some quinoa, sushi, rice, just a few other random things in here. So let's go ahead and see if we can make a whole meal plan just based on the things that I currently have, and then we'll see if we need to pick anything up from the store for breakfast and lunches. So my goal is to also make pretty easy meals. We have 2 kiddos now, and I'm back at work, and I also have my couponing channel, which if you aren't subscribed to that and you want to check it out, I'll have it linked here for you guys. So I'm super busy, and so is my husband. He's a full-time PhD student, so we have a lot going on. So I definitely want to have some very easy and quick meals, or some crock pot dinners that we could throw together pretty fast earlier in the day to make dinner time a little bit easier. So that's my goal for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and write out some meal plan ideas, and then I will show you the recipes. So Sundays, we always go to my parents' house for dinner, so I don't need to plan a meal for that day. And we typically do one day of like leftovers or just kind of fend for yourself, have a bowl of cereal, a sandwich, whatever. So I really just need to plan 5 meals, so let's get to it. So I'm thinking for tonight, we're just gonna do some like rice and chicken with some broccoli because it'll be really easy. We have some rice pouches from Costco. We'll probably just use chicken nuggets, and the broccoli, we'll just steam that and have that for dinner tonight. We have a ton of pasta, so I'm thinking we'll just make spaghetti this week. And then we also have some breadsticks, so we'll do that. There's breadsticks in the freezer that are really easy to heat up. And then we also, I think, have some frozen corn or maybe some green beans, so we'll throw a veggie side with that one. I promised my parents that they could come over and eat at our house once this week, and so I have those pork loins, and then I have a few potatoes left, so I think we'll just do like pork loins and like roasted potatoes for one of the dinners this week. That'll make that pretty easy just to throw it into the oven and get it baking. And then I'm almost positive that I have everything to make this butter chicken recipe that I found. I'll need to pull out some chicken breast from the freezer, so we'll want to have chicken 2 days in a row to make sure we don't waste anything. So I'll probably do a crock pot chicken dinner on this night. I think I'll just make the creamy Italian chicken with noodles. Creamy Italian chicken. This one's a childhood favorite. It's not the most appetizing looking dinner, but it does taste really good, so we'll make that this night. And then we're just gonna have leftovers one of the nights, which will probably be Saturday. So that is what we're working with for week 1. And honestly, I don't think we really need to go to the store for a whole lot, but if we do, I will definitely include a short little grocery haul in this video. Here is $21.98 worth of my $50 budget for the week. I got these from Costco. My brother was there and saw that they were still on sale, and I figured this was a smart way to use the budget because we do use these pretty much every single day, and I didn't want to run out of them. And buying a little bit more now means later in the month when the price goes back up, we don't have to pay for it at full price. We can get it at the sale price, and we'll just make the rest of the budget work for this week and pick up a couple other fresh items. Here are the next things that I purchased this month. I got some milk and some apples. This was a 3-pound bag for $2.49, and then 2 gallons of milk, which were also on sale for $2.49. So the total that we have spent so far for this week's budget is $28.75. So we still have a little bit of wiggle room in that $50 budget to pick up some salads for my husband's lunches and maybe some snap peas or blueberries, just so we have some other fresh things to snack on in the house. My last little grocery haul for this week of shelf cooking is from QFC. I got some plums because they were 99 cents a pound. I got 2 of these salads for my husband's lunches. He already ate one, and some bananas because we were totally out. Total for this one is $8.20. Now I'm going to show you the dinners we actually made this week. For Monday's dinner, I decided to just do something pretty easy. We had some chicken nuggets in the freezer, popped those into the air fryer, and we had some broccoli that needed to get used up. So I got that steaming on the stove, and we also got these rice packets from Costco a few weeks ago. So I decided we would have that as well, and we just made these into little rice bowls, which were super easy to come together, and everybody in the family liked them, which was great. For Tuesday, we took the pork loin and some breadsticks from our freezer over to my parents' house. We cooked the pork loin according to the package instructions and just waited until it came to temp. And then we heated up the breadsticks in the oven for a few minutes. And my parents also had some mashed potatoes that were already cooked and just needed to be heated up from the fridge. So we did that and plated it all together, and this was a really easy dinner, and it was nice that we didn't have a ton of leftovers. Wednesday was a fend for yourself kind of night. My husband had a salad, I had chicken nuggets and tater tots, and my daughter had a peanut butter sandwich. Everybody was fed, and it was very, very simple. This is what happens when you don't plan accordingly. I thought I had all the spices, but I didn't, so I had to go into my like extras from meal box kits to make it work. And I'm following a different spice recipe versus the actual stovetop recipe, so hopefully this will all turn out okay. And this is gonna be kind of chaotic, and I'm really not gonna show you the full process because I got a stage 5 cleaner right here who does not want to be set down, and it's really hard to do things with both hands right now. So I will show you what the completed dish looks like. We are making some curry or butter chicken, I think is what we're making tonight, and we're just kind of winging it. So I'll put the recipes that I'm looking at and using in the description box for you guys, so that way you can follow those and make it for yourself. Here is pretty much everything in the pan except for the chicken, coconut milk, and tomato sauce. So it's all those spices, the carrots. I left out the bell peppers because we didn't have any, and the onions. So we're gonna chop up the chicken into little pieces and then put it in. I added the chicken and seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and then stirred it around to get the other spices on it. And then in just a little bit after it's browned, I'm gonna add in the tomato sauce and the coconut milk. I also found some clearance naan in my freezer, so we'll go ahead and heat that up probably in the toaster, and maybe add a little bit of butter and garlic powder just to give it some additional taste. And sounds like the rice is done. I just stirred in the coconut milk and the tomato sauce, and then I'll go ahead and cover this for about 15 to 20 minutes and let it simmer. This turned out so good. I'll put the 2 recipes in the description box, but really we just kind of made it up. But it was delicious, and I'm glad it worked out and we didn't have to run to the store for anything. And then we ended up having leftovers for the next night. I forgot to put the chicken in the crock pot, so we're just gonna make chicken strips tonight. I have some flour, we had some Parmesan cheese, some breadcrumbs, and then all the spices. So we're gonna mix this up and bake it in the oven, and then have either some sort of a veggie side or something else from the freezer. So I put about a half cup of flour in here, and then I just kind of eyeballed the spices. I used some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, Italian seasoning, salt, and since the baby got super fussy, my brother actually stepped in and helped make the rest of this. So basically we just breaded the chicken with the flour mixture, dumped it into the eggs, and then breaded it again with the Parmesan cheese and the breadcrumbs. We baked this in the oven for about 20 minutes, and we also had some tater tots, so we popped those into the air fryer, and we had some corn as well. And then we had lots of different sauces to choose from. So we had ketchup, Chick-fil-A sauce, Polynesian sauce. Everybody got to pick what they wanted and served themselves up, and this was delicious. And thank you again, Luke, for helping make it. And that is all I have for this week of Shelf-tember. If you don't want to miss next week to see what I'm shelf cooking and what groceries I am picking up, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And I hope you all have the best rest of your day. Bye!